Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver with a California update for you on Tuesday, October 19th. California COVID-19 cases have increased and brought California back up into the substantial tier. On Monday, California was the only U.S. state where the level of community transmission was considered moderate. However, on Tuesday, California moved back into the orange or substantial tier. However, despite the change, California still continues to be the state with the lowest COVID-19 case rate in the U.S., according to the data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. But while California may have the lowest case rate in the country, the situation varies from county to county. California vaccination mandates are going into effect for many, and future rollouts for school vaccination requirements are approaching. Both are met with very mixed opinions, as we see both an increase in total number of population that is vaccinated, as well as an increase in protests, employee shortages, and walkouts. Starting Wednesday, Los Angeles will officially require city workers to have the COVID-19 vaccinations. Employees may, however, seek medical or religious exemptions. More than 66% of city workers were at least partially vaccinated as of this week. But with just hours before the city's mandate takes place, the city has now sent its employee unions a final offer, which does extend the deadline to get vaccinated up until December 18th, but also warns unvaccinated employees that without approved exemption, they will face termination. During that additional time, they would get tested twice a week for coronavirus, and the cost of the test would be deducted from their paychecks at $65 per test in accordance with. This plan is headed to City Council for approval. In schools, vaccination requirements are going to commence starting the school term following the date at which the FDA issues approval for vaccinations for 12 and over. Governor Newsom said that students 12 and older could be required to be vaccinated by January if there is federal approval by the end of the year. Many in opposition of the mandate walked out in protest yesterday on October 18th. Current mandate rules do allow for parents to opt out based on religious, medical, or personal beliefs. Those in opposition due to personal beliefs may sign a waiver and still attend in-person school as it stands now, since the vaccine mandate has not gone through the legislative process. Specifics on personal waivers have not yet been defined, but would be handled by the individual school. Next, California hospitals are undergoing a staffing shortage and are unable to meet the state's requirement for the staff-to-patient ratio. The Central Valley has been hit the hardest in the state of California with the Delta surge, and at those hospitals within the Central Valley, we now have National Guard medics deployed in order to assist understaffed hospitals. SEIU United Healthcare Workers West estimates that about 10% of its members, close to 10,000 people, have retired, left the profession, or taken extended leaves of absence during the pandemic. More than 700 hospital engineers employed by Kaiser Permanente have been striking for 4 weeks, demanding higher wages. In Southern California, members of the United Nurses Association of California voted overwhelmingly to approve a strike against Kaiser Permanente if negotiations remain at a standstill. 72% of the union's members, which includes nurses, occupational and physical therapists, midwives, and other medical staff, were struggling with anxiety and burnout, and between 42 to 45% reported depression and insomnia. Approximately 74% said that staffing was a primary concern. If the union does undergo a strike in the upcoming weeks, more than 24,000 members would walk out of medical centers and clinics in more than a dozen cities. Next, many of you are wondering when the next Golden State stimulus payout date for direct deposits will commence. Unfortunately, the California Franchise Tax Board has not yet stated a specific date that those payouts will come through. Currently, the Franchise Tax Board states online on their website that they plan to complete all direct deposit payouts by October 31st. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.
Actually, I give you farts.
What?
A good bacteria gives you farts.
It does. Authority for Congress to obtain annual reports. Hi, baby. Okay. Oh, you got hiccups.
You're a mama.
I break stuff too.
Computer. What did these parts say?
NVIDIA. Intel Core i7.
What did that one say?
Oh!
And what did that?
Intel. Despite the move, California still remains. Yes?
A long hug.
Okay. Want to hug you? A long hug.